sitting here looking over my life, Lord. Let me take inventory. Can I take it? Can I take it? 'Cause I know you. I know you. I know you've been good to me, Lord. I come from a poor family. We didn't have much, but the Lord been good to me. Come from a poor family. We didn't have much, but the Lord been good to me. Come from a poor family. We didn't have much, but the Lord been good to me. Let me tell y'all something. I didn't have no money. How many of y'all were like that? A lot of my friends thought that was funny. But I'm so glad today that I can stand right here and say that the Lord been good to me. Let me tell you one more thing. Listen. We were raised in a shack, y'all. Sometimes clothes were thin that we put on our back. A woman bent over for 18 years with many a doubt, with many fears. She cried and cried, so many tears. That's all she did for years and years. A spirit of infirmity had taken over. She couldn't straighten up. She tried and tried, but her spine was bent, and she could hardly look up. But she went to the temple one day to pray. To her surprise, Jesus was there that day. He said he loosed, touched her. Immediately she straightened up. She shouted, "I'm free. I'm so glad I didn't give up. No matter." No matter what it takes, Some friendly enemies, they smiled in my face all the time they tried to take my place. You know what? I didn't break. Why don't you tell somebody I didn't break? I can't hear y'all. What did you say? How many of you been sick? But you in the workshop tonight? Tell somebody. You all said with a little attitude. Yeah, I didn't break. If you can get your hand on your hip, just look at somebody and tell them. Yeah, it got dark, it got cloudy, but say it again, say it again. One more time. Come on and say it.
And of course, we are right here now on the J.D. Hill Show. We have just transitioned out of the Reverend Dr. Jim Hollis Show, and you are being entertained by Miss Annie Louise Hill's son. That's my mother, who is looking down from the archives of heaven and all that the beauty has to offer to us and for us. And I'm saying to my mother this morning, good morning, and I know that her spirit is hovering over me this morning. So I want to just thank God for this opportunity. And that selection I sent out to everybody this morning when the two esteemed 80-year-olds called in this morning. They were saying in their own way, I might wear out, but I sure won't rust out. I love that. I love that. I might wear out along the way. The body may wear out, but I'm not going to sit around and rust out. And so, young people, that's why we keep emphasizing over and over, run before you have to. And when you have to, you won't have to run so hard. Bend, don't break. You have to negotiate through life. That's why I emphasize so much on EEOC, education, employment, ownership, and control. That knowledge is going to give you that ability to negotiate. Yes, you may have to bend because you got to understand that things are already in motion, in operation, even before you set foot on this planet Earth, even before you came out of your mother's womb. The die was already cast. People were already making the products that they wanted to represent them coming off of the dies, just like on an assembly line. So in life, you're going to have to find that sometime you're bend along the way, but you can negotiate for the betterment of you. And don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Talk to yourself this morning. Look at yourself this morning. Say, I just might wear out. Because with the time that I've been here on this planet Earth, yes, I get tired along the way. Yes, sometimes my legs, they don't carry me as fast as they used to. I don't raise my hands as fast as I used to. My mind, the ability to articulate is not there. I have to take time in order to reach and take that depth-defined plunge in order to get words that's complementary to my vocabulary to try to express myself. But I tell you one thing, I may wear out, but I'm not going to rust out. I'm just not going to rust out. When you find that things rust out, you find things that sit around, sit on the shelf, lay around, and before you know it, they can't even move around. That's why you can't afford to rust out. No, it's not for you. I told you on the Reverend Dr. Hollis show this morning. You know, that's not for us. You got to be about the business of taking care of business. Now, you see, that's why when I come to you with the products that you see in front of me, of course, and I thank God for that I just didn't sit on it. We didn't just sit on it. The hair doctor and I, we didn't just sit on it. You see, over here, you have the amazing bubble bath shower gel. And when I take this shower gel and put it in the homes of people, it is almost like you know, they just use it up. And it's almost on the bottle. It's just saying, use me, use me, use me until you use me up, because it's just that good. It make my body feel that good. I'm just radiated. You know, I just feel it. And then when you're in your right mind, you thank God that people like you and I, and with this outreach that we have, WHPR and TV 33, with the blessings of Mr. Watkins, we can get it all over. We are not wearing out, because there's others that will continue to carry on. But as the individual, you might wear out, but it is not your mission to rust out. You see here, we have here, of course, this amazing, I call it the success package. The success package. And if the scalp, and you want to revitalize that scalp, you want to shampoo that scalp, you want to make sure that the scalp is healthy, and you use these products here. I keep telling you, my friends, this Easy Silk product line, you have nothing to lose if you refuse to use it. You have nothing to lose but the hair on your head. I don't beg you. I don't beg you. I don't try to entice you. I try my best to use this as a model. Yes, it is doing what it is intended to do. But if you don't work it, it won't work. And you got to understand that, my friends. You can come here, you can display it, you can talk about it. Yes, you'll get a certain percentage from here. But when you work it, putting yourself to work, plan your work and work your plan. And sometimes it doesn't happen overnight. But eventually, your horse, if I can use, you going out to the racetrack, never been there, but if I might go there, I have no problem against. But if you go out to the racetrack and you keep putting your money on a certain horse and a certain horse, the chances are, if you just keep on, and I'm not trying to get you to do that because you can go broke, but I'm just using that as an example. But chances are your horse is going to come in. And with the products now, I can see that wherever I go, display these products, introduce these products, the products are working for themselves. But it won't work unless this mind that is in you and I begin to exemplify and magnify and show proof, and it will work. So these products right here, I'm telling you, it's just phenomenal as to what these products will do. All you got to do now, I'm telling you, things. I've never known success to just happen overnight with most people who look like you and I. Most time when success come to us, there was somebody left us something. And we inherited that. And sometimes when we inherit a lot and we still don't know how to leverage what we inherit, it will soon be gone away, right? It will soon be gone. So I'm telling you, just take your time, use it. In here you have an excellent, I told you in the beginning, this item here, this vitamin E oil, was the first product that I manufactured and formulated, that is, and I was so happy. I was so happy and so thrilled. I took it with me. to Chrysler, and I just began to, the people that I associated with began to, with these products, just have the products around, and some of the people that's still locked in captivity, you got to get to the mindset that you got to release them and let them go. Smile at them. Don't get in an altercation with them when you know you got something good. You don't have to go and try to impose that on them. Just continue to do what you. And I would just sit up there in the area and take my oil after, at that time, and just rub it on my hands, and then I would put just a little aroma into it, and the people began to smell that, and they was attracted by the smell, and then they tried it for the oil, and sometimes when they were good people and then run their mouth and try to sabotage what I was doing, I would take me a little, just a little bottle like this, and I would give it to them. I said, well, just take it home. Share it with the family. Share it with the family. And then they would come back and buy and buy. And on Thursdays and Fridays, when they got their paychecks, it wasn't long. And when I transitioned to management, I always had my support system. My people that would continue to carry on, and they were sitting in the break areas with this product. So I'm telling you, young people, there's ways to make it. You're making it for the work that you do at the company, and then you got that sideline where you are making money, and then you got your trade on the side. I'm still talking to you young people about running before you have to. Running before you have to. It will pay off after a while. It will pay off after a while. And all of these products here, and you have here in this packet, you have your shampoo. And it's a shampoo and a conditioner. It's concentrated all in one. If you just haven't got the time to take the time to shampoo it and then condition it, the ingredients are all in the one. And so then out of there, you got your conditioner here, and then this hair growth fertilizing treatment. It's just magnificent. I use it on my hair, just taking a small amount, excuse me, this allergy, just a small amount, and began to use it on my hair over and over, and my hair just continued to grow. And I'm going to show you one day. I'm going to come in, I'm going to have it so that, and I put my braids back in the braids, I cut them all off. And now I'm going to just come in just to show you the power of these products. Just excellent products, excellent products. I used to be, when I first started out, I was somewhat reluctant to really put my voice to a degree behind. I was somewhat, I would just keep it down low. I said, this is my product. This is my product. You try it. But now I got some voice behind it. I got some amplification behind it. I can say to you that the product works. The product is an excellent product. I will take my product and put my product along beside any other product on the market. I can go to the Bonus Brothers show in Atlanta. I can go to the Proud Lady show in Chicago. I can go to various places and put up my display. And I'm glad about it. I'm glad about it. I'm glad, so glad that I didn't break, my friends. I'm so glad that when it was given to me, I didn't just put it on the shelf. Because now at my age and stage, I would have been in the same classroom with many others saying that I wish I had instead of I'm glad that I did. So this morning I'm saying to you, I'm glad I did. I got facial products. And I went in the deep south, just came back, taking care of it, went in the deep south. Mosquitoes. They talking about mosquitoes on TV, on radio about this Vika problem that they are having about these insects are carrying this disease. Well, I did it for myself. Every morning I got up, and prior to me leaving, I would use my soap from head to toe. I went into the midst of where was standing water, where the mosquitoes are, where I know that there were some mosquitoes down there that's been waiting for a long time, waiting for this fresh blood to return to the south. But when I returned to the south, I had something for them. I could go right in the area where the mosquitoes, and the mosquitoes did not attack me. Here in the city of Detroit, where you sometimes when you got your gutters and you don't understand where these mosquitoes are coming from, if those gutters are not allowing that water to run off, sometimes puddles will build up there, and that's where the mosquitoes will breed. And you go into your driveway sometime, and mosquitoes are just flying all up, and before you can get in your house, mosquitoes are biting you. This Vika virus that they are carrying. You don't know what they are carrying, but this soap right here, my friends, What I like about it, it gets the job done. It gets the job done. So you can call our Inkster store like right now. You can call that store up there. Dr. E should be up there. Call her 277-2319. That's 277-2319. That's our store up in Inkster. And my friends, I'm telling you, young people, go for yourself. Stop being consumers. Get away from all of this trendy stuff, and you got to have this, the blings, the glitter. You know, when you get to a certain position in life and you can afford it, but make sure that when you can afford it, that you have already invested into that stock market. So every time you put on your blings or your glitter or your automobiles, that you are getting dividends checks at a certain time of the month or quarterly. Just do it. And the thing about it, what I love about it is that when you reach a certain stage and you understand the leverage of money and what money will do, all of this stuff that you go out and just buy, you'll discover you don't even need it. It doesn't even faze you anymore. You love to see your money work for you instead of you always working for money. So call the store up in Inkster, 277-2319, 277-2319. And the information that I'm sharing with you this morning, let me just add this in. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. When you step outside of your comfort zone and you move on because you know this territory belongs to you. I mean, whatever you're doing, it's yours. God has already fixed it so that there is enough for all of us to bless yourself and to bless others, and then we work together to bless the whole community. And it can happen. It's just a mindset. It's just a mindset. Now, they won't teach you this in the universities. They won't teach you that in college. You don't get it in the high schools. So, my friends, my lines, of course, are jammed. I'm going to move on now and giving a shout out to the hair doctor this morning. He's on the recuperative trail. He's at home. He's doing well. And so we're giving a shout out to the hair doctor this morning. Giving a shout out to Dr. E up in the Inkster area. And giving a shout out to Brother Harvey, who sit in for me in my absence. I want to thank you, my friend. You're doing a great job. I always enjoy when I'm away and you sit in for me. To listen to the information that you share, that you have learned across the time that you've been here and been blessed by this station and been blessed by the hair doctor. Just want to thank you. Going to the phone lines now. Caller, talk to me. How are you? Caller,
Good morning, Jay.
Good morning. Talk to me, brother. Talk to me.
Is that me? Because I'm hearing an echo. Is that me you're talking to?
Yes, sir. I can hear you well.
Okay, the reason why it's actually because there's an echo. Let me say this. First of all, I'm 75. We'll be 76 in October. So
Okay.
I can talk about old people because I'm old people. Anytime you hear old people say, I'm a Democrat, that's like I'm a fan. And I'm going to show you when those people, old people talking about I'm a Democrat with their experience, what their experience has taken them. In 1994, Bill Clinton came up with a crime bill. That crime bill was focused on the black community. They increased the police department of 100,000 police and distributed them in black communities. Detroit and Archer helped do it in Detroit, and in Cleveland, Mike White, all over the United States where you had black mayors, they got those 100,000 police come from the suburbs that was afraid of blacks, did not understand blacks, never seen blacks. So they distributed them in the community. Then they put $9.7 billion to create new prisons. Then they eliminated inmate education. After Bill Clinton did that, they expanded the death penalty. They codified 3 strikes and you're out. That's to keep a lot of people in prison. Then they had stop and frisk to make the police aggressive on the street. Then when they got aggressive, they sent them to prison, violating the 14th Constitution, U.S. Constitution Amendment of 4, where you don't stop and search. They did that all over the community. And then the wife of Bill Clinton, who's running for president, her name is Hillary Clinton. She said the young people who was caught in crime, they were super predators. They was not even human. That caused them to regard black young people and babies as not human. That created aggressive thought in the police on the local level. Because federal policy cannot be carried out federally. It cannot be carried out on the state level. It can only be carried out on the local level, like in cities. And they shot down. That's the reason you see shooting down of blacks all over this country, Democrats. But the worst thing, when you hear old people talk about I'm just a Democrat, here's what they fail to realize. The biggest thing face us, and I want you all, I'm going to just state it, and you all figure out who you want for election. The Democratic Party, starting with John F. Kennedy, wrote an immigration bill. The immigration bill was supposed to be able to move us out of the cities, blacks out of the cities, and move immigrants in. And we see that in Harlem. We see that in Washington, D.C., and unbeknownly, they are also moving in the Syrian refugees in Detroit. And if you look at the Wall Street Journal, July the 14th issue of this year, you will see they had a count, about 5,000. And the most of them went to Detroit. So, where jihad, you're going to have some fanatics coming with those refugees. And much problem we have, they're going to be running trucks over us. So we don't need that. They're going to be getting assistance. Why they cut the assistance off of our black babies, giving it to them. So we are not against the immigrants, but we in too much crisis in the city to have immigrants. But let me show you and this is the policy. The policy is to move us out of the city, and not policies. This is what's going on right now in every city across the country. Move the immigrants in, and the immigrants, then where are we moving? They're moving us to reservations. And those reservations is like, what's that, Ferguson. And they call it suburban black enclaves, no jobs. And that was because Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton cut the money off from public housing that Coleman Young fought against. And they cut it off and gave them vouchers and put young babies, women, out there with babies in those enclaves, and they sent them to privatized prisons, feeding them no food and killing them prematurely because the government, Democrats and Republicans, that's what those are talking about. I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican. The Democrats and Republicans have found that black community, to get out of this crisis, we are useless eaters. And so both of them are carrying out a genocide program. But one thing I heard Trump say, he said we did better under Obama. We did. In Detroit, we got less housing ownership. It's more renters in Detroit. In Detroit, we got more people that's not working in Detroit under the first black president administration. In Detroit, he gave away $70 million and took it from Detroit and gave it to Wyandotte. So, Trump is right. The Democrats have hurt us more but better, but the policy is the suburban policy, is the immigration policy. Do you want us to move to the reservations and immigrants replace us, or do you want Trump to say that we're going to put a suspension on the immigrants and we're going to make sure that black youth have jobs in the city? That's the question we got between the Republicans and the Democrats. Which is the lesser of two evils?
Okay,
police whoop our head.
Okay, if you would like to call me back later on, I'm going to have a guest later on. I don't want to hold them up, Mr. Todd.
Okay, I want to. Do you think? What is your response to that, Jay? Do you think that we should look at these policies, or just listen to old people talking about I'm a Democrat?
Brother, I come on with my story. You know, you don't know my story. I don't know your story. You're sharing the information, and somewhere in the middle of it, we will make that determination. So call me back later on if you want to. All right?
But let me summarize it. Either it's reservations in the suburbs and be replaced by immigrants, or we get Donald Trump and stay in the city, even we gonna get our heads whooped.
All right.
We got to make our mind up which way we want to go.
All right, you put it out there. You put it out there.
Okay,
all right,
now.
All right. Okay, my friends. Now, let me go to these other lines. Caller, talk to me this morning. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Hill. Thanks for letting me call back.
Yes, ma'am.
And first of all, let me say those products are great. I
Hey.
use them.
Mm-hmm.
I just washed my hair this morning.
Okay.
And that package you got there, that's the one I got.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you, it is wonderful.
All right.
I will never use anything else. And thank you for having that product. Also, I just wanted to say thank you for your show. I think you just impart so much knowledge, and I just enjoy watching you. I've learned so much from you.
Thank you.
Just the common sense, like you say, that stuff you can learn in college and all this other stuff. It's the common sense that you bring to us that your parents has taught you. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of people around like that now. You know, people are not getting common sense taught to them and common ethics and common morals. And that's what I was calling about before, because I am truly a senior citizen advocate, because I work with them and I see how they're living and I see what's coming for me if God lets me live that long.
Yes.
So I alluded to telling you how these people are having their front porch taken over at night.
Yes.
And these are not by strangers. These are people that they know, okay? And they want to stay in their home. They pay for their home, and they shouldn't have to leave their home.
Right.
But the whole point is they're afraid to call authorities or have any of us report
Yes.
that these guys are doing this stuff because they'll know it's them. And they're coming for a firebomb or something. You know how
Yes.
these people react to
Sure.
stuff now.
Sure.
Okay? So now what I was saying, listening to you and your common sense and the good people who listen to this show all the time and their common sense, what must I advise these people to do? Because they ask me, please do not call the police. Please do not call Adult Protective Services, because we'll end up on the wrong side of this thing. Now, they're not bed-bound people. They can walk around and everything and all that, but they're not fast enough to run if a firebomb comes.
Right.
They're afraid to really confront these people because they come out and they smoke weed, they play loud music, and they drink beer and all that on their porch at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, then they'll leave.
Yeah.
So they're not getting any rest and not getting any sleep. So I am really perplexed as to what, because it's driving me crazy that this is happening to them. It's affecting their health
Yes.
and all that other stuff. But what with the audience and what with you yourself, with all the common sense you got, how do you handle this stuff? And it's like you said, it's getting epidemic. I'm sure they're not the only ones that's having that happen to them.
Right. The thing, it's being experienced throughout. I don't know whether there's a effective block club. I have some officers that I know that we talk, and I have some block club people, and they are beginning to put together some means of trying to counteract that, because like when you call the police about, because, we have paid our dues. We want to relax. We want to unwind. If anybody is to sit on the front porch, which I don't do it late at night, I think that we have paid the cost to do that without this interruption, without this fear. And when you call the police, they'll tell you, well, is they stopping traffic? Well, no, they're not. Oh, well, are they causing any problem? No, they. It's just that
They getting on your nerves.
Yeah, they getting on my last. I almost use the adjective to describe it, but I'm on TV. I won't say. But and I'm saying, well, what you got to do? And I said, well, then they said, well, go to the precinct and talk to the precinct about and have them patrol the areas. And I talked to the officers, and they said they are assigning officers in areas to patrol those areas. But when you
Special
got
attention, yeah, right.
yeah, but I know what you're talking about. And I
I know you know. That's why I called you.
I get sick of it. It's to the point that you got a nice home and all, And why are you going to let a few riffraffs, and sometimes they're not bad, they just don't know no better. This is what I'm talking about. Them babies having babies and mamas trying, the mamas going wild. The mamas out there with them in the street playing. And so you're just to the point you want to sell your house and get the hell out of here. And, cause and we're not supposed to have to go through that stuff.
No.
We paid our due. So maybe
No.
somebody else
Especially
got.
when you're 80 and 90 years old, who wants to sell a house and start all over again?
That's right. You
Because
just
of some riffraff that's coming in the neighborhood, tearing everything up and doing all this crazy stuff. When you can't hear your TV. Do you know, J.D. Hill, I have bought, and they don't cost a lot, earplugs for a lot of my patients because there's so much noise and everything. A lot of them can't sleep at night. And I'll tell them, those little orange earplug things that you can use. Put these in your ear at night, and maybe you could go to sleep and get a little rest. Now, see, nobody should have to live like that at any age.
No.
But this is what we are up against with this mentality. And I call and talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
And I get hit with some criticism, but I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me one way or the other about that. But there's people who take up for this stuff.
Sure.
And that's what gets me.
Yes.
They'll say, well, they don't have no jobs. That's how come they doing that. People ought not be so judgmental. And look, forget all that. The point is, if any of them want to live around that, God bless them. Praise the Lord if you want to live around all that chaos and all that mess. But I don't want my mother, my grandmother, nor myself, when I hit that age or any age, I don't want to live around that stuff.
No.
Why should I have to?
I went a couple of days ago. I went to my farm in the South, and just to be there and hear nothing but the chirps of the birds. I mean, it was like in paradise. I fell asleep, no interruption, and then to have to come back, and I think I live on a nice street. I think I got a nice house and everything, and when I walk out in the morning, I got to clean up after these baby kids who've been running up and down the street all night long and throughout the night, acting a scientific fool, and I can't, like I say, it's not their fault, and if you go over there and try to tell them, look, don't come over on my lawn, don't be playing on my lawn, then you got to deal with baby's mama, 'cause ain't nothing but kids, what you. Oh my God!
Oh yeah, or either get cussed out.
That's what I'm talking about, and I don't know, baby. I don't know. Maybe.
I'm laughing not because it's funny. I'm laughing because I totally understand where you're going with this stuff. And again, and I just like to keep bringing this to the forefront because there are those of us who are down with this stuff. Why, I don't know. Because we're better than this. We are way better than this. I went over to Cole's funeral home, J.D. Hill, to view somebody 2 weeks ago, came out in the parking lot, and people were out there eating pizza in the parking lot of the funeral home and drinking liquor. And I'm like, where did this come from? Who got the idea that that's okay to do this stuff? I mean, what is this about? It's just crazy.
I think we may have to get with Donald Trump and have a border swap when he talking about building this wall.
Yeah, we need to build a wall against Pookie and Ray Ray, don't we?
Get Pookie and Ray Ray, take them down there where they're going to build a wall and just have a swap. And maybe, I don't know, baby, but we're going to keep talking about it, okay?
We have to, and thanks for letting me laugh about it, because I tell you, I am really, but can you give me a solution, anything you can about that couple I'm talking about? If anybody, yourself, or somebody can call in, is there anything we can do as a community to maybe kind of curtail this stuff? Because that is sad.
It is sad.
It is not funny, and I hate to go over there and see them living that they can't. They don't have any rest. Their eyes are red because they couldn't sleep all night. I did buy some earplugs, but when they're on your front porch now, really, loud bumping music, drinking 40 ounces, smoking weed, and having a good time on somebody else's porch.
Yes. It's just.
Now that's how blatant it is.
It sure is.
And you know the people. They know them.
Yeah.
Those kids grew up around them. They know who they are.
Yes. Yeah, they know.
And it's just unbelievable. I feel like, oh my God, is this what I got coming? When I hit 80 years old, am I going to be a prisoner in my own house?
I mean, if a change is not made, if we don't make that change, this is what we are in for. I mean, every day of your life, it's going to be a awful task for you to get old, even if you're in good health, because you just want, when you get to that age and stage, you want peace and
Yeah.
quietness. You want to relax. If you want to watch your TV, listen to your music. If you want, even if you know, we can't even walk to church no more if you want to go to church.
Are you serious?
I mean,
No way.
I mean, oh
You
my,
can't walk nowhere, at church, anywhere else.
no. You know, I
You
just,
know, I don't know. And I said something about this, not this particular situation before, but I talked about my grandmother's home
Uh-huh.
and how, you know, what was going on her street. And some guy called in and said, well, maybe she outgrew the neighborhood.
see that?
I'm going like, what do you mean outgrow the neighborhood?
No.
See, that's what I'm talking about, taking up for it and being down with this stuff. That's what I don't understand. So maybe somebody else can call in and check my brain in, because I'm at a loss. I didn't get the memo as to where do these people come from and what are they dealing with. And what is the end game here? To come in and tap the neighborhood and leave and go somewhere else and tap another
Yeah.
neighborhood. And no, it's not about institutional racism. Institutional racism has nothing to do with you throwing chicken bones and stuff out in front of your house. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
But something is wrong, and we got to correct it. We got to have a family meeting here.
Yes, we just, you know, the only thing I can come up with is that border swap. You know, the border swap. Okay. You take care of yourself, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right. Mr. Paul, if you're out there and your guest, start making your way on in, and we will work your way into the J.D. Hill Show. This is the J.D. Hill Show, and I know you're experiencing the same problems throughout Detroit and other areas, and you know, our young people. That's why we keep appealing to. Maybe the young can reach the young, and because there's a time in life, and we are at that time where the old need the young, and the young need the old. You know, and what are you saying, J.D. Hill? Well, I'm looking at, even in this computer, this digital age, and that we are living in. The young people are so astute, and they catch on real quick and fast. We need them to help to download and share that information with us, and in return, we need to share the information and the knowledge with them. So it all works together. And my friends, you just got to you got to go beyond the Call of Duty. You know, you just find, I don't know, border swap. I don't know. Paul, if you're out there, man, come on and caller, talk to me. How are you this morning? Caller, are you there? All right.
Hello?
Yes, caller, talk to me.
Am I on?
Yeah, talk to me quickly, baby. I can't.
I'm only calling to say I'm 92 years old, but I want to ask the people of Detroit. I don't hear them calling in say they going to Cincinnati. This 92-year-old lady go get on the bus and ride down there. My name Mabel Vaughn. Everybody in Detroit know me. And I want these people to go to Cincinnati.
Now, what are you going to Cincinnati for?
They going down there for the coat. You know about this here emergency manager. I think
Yes.
that's what it's about.
Right.
Big Les call in all the time
Yes.
talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, well, that's why I was just prompting you for that information. I knew what you were referring to, and so our esteemed 92 years of age, I would also say to everybody who possibly can, and you got to step outside of your comfort zone, listen to our esteemed 92-year-old caller, and get on the bus. Get on the bus.
Yes, it ain't for $45, and if the bus I'm going on is $45. They can go to the casino. I see them down there all the time. Go to Cincinnati, Detroit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I thank you, my friend. Thank you so very much. Thank
you.
All right. And, go on and make your presence known there and down in Ohio, and see what we possibly can do. And I don't know whether we often say that the horse is already out of the barn, but at least one thing you can say, is that that you took a stand whenever you could. You at least have this history to tell somebody else that's going to go through the same thing. Because with this emergency manager, and maybe Les will call in briefly before the top of the hour, because at the top of the hour I want to get my guest on. They have information to share with you regarding Mother Rosa Parks. So I won't get into it, but I'm going to the phone line. Caller, talk to me quickly. How are you?
How you doing?
Turn your TV all the way down. Turn your TV all the way down, and then you talk to me, because I'm getting that feedback, okay? Make sure you turn it
All
on.
right, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Talk to me. How are you this morning?
All right. Now, one of the brothers, man, he got like a University of Islam. I know we got different diversities when it comes to religion, but this brother, he got a proposed educational center down here in Chicago now, bro.
What are you saying?
He got a University of Islam. He got a proposed educational center down here in Chicago, where the brothers and sisters, man, they engineers and they retired. They need the school money, bruh, for them so they can teach us.
Okay.
Do you follow what I'm saying, bruh?
Okay, I'm trying to get some clarity. You want us to support the brother in Chicago?
I'm trying to put some ideas and thoughts out there so people can get a understanding that it is educational programs that people trying to get off the ground. They just need our help. Instead of us worrying about some EEA or whatever that is, you know what I'm saying? We should be worried about funding the brothers and sisters who are willing to teach us the things that we need to do and learn and be successful out here. Instead of going to the Europeans, bro, for help.
Okay, well.
You know, we spend all this money, like y'all say, every time on all this other stuff, and we won't spend $15, $20 or, you know what I'm saying, to go to what we need.
Okay.
You know, I'm out of here, man. I got to go. I just wanted to put that in the air.
Okay. Well, I thank you. Thank you for calling on in. But, you know, sometimes when I know that when we put information out, but we need some, something that's credible that we know for a caller just to call in and tell us what's going on in Chicago. And it may be there, but I have no information, no documentation, and I'm sure that you haven't either. So if you want to bring it, and then we look at it, and whatever we could do, if it's nothing but the people over at the school tune into WHPR TV 33. When we are on there, we'll try our best to send out some information that will help to hopefully motivate and inspire the people in Chicago that will help you in Chicago. Because I tell you, we got some serious problems here in the city of Detroit with the school system that we have. And I don't want to, put bad, use mine, but I don't. I think if I had a son or a daughter, I'll just leave it like that. But in the meantime, don't forget that the products here that's available to you, and we are serious about our products. This is what I consider to be, like my baby, and that I birthed into the world, and to bring it into the world, and then to turn it over and let the hair doctor nurture that baby, and to get the products to where it is, and other people who are stepping on board and just wanted to become a part of it. I use this once again as a model. It's nothing that I try my best to impose on you. Maybe by you just getting involved in the entrepreneurial, in the salespersonship, if I could use that, salespersonship, and you will discover that there is another niche that you have been seeking, and that niche has been seeking you. And before you know it, you have gravitated toward it, and as a result of working with this product, you establish a foundation, a knowledgeable foundation as to what to do. And so that's all that we are trying our best to do. Thank God once again for Mr. R.J. Watkins, Mr. Tyler, and company, that they have made it possible, of course, that we can reach all over the world to make this happen. And I hope to God that we really appreciate the sacrifice that Mr. Watkins has made across the span of time to allow us this moment in time And I say a moment in time, young people, because time is going to move so fast. It's going to move so fast. Time is not waiting on us. And we are not to wait for time. We got to have ourselves attuned to that frequency, that higher conscious level of self-assurance, and begin to move accordingly if we really want to be the recipients of the fruits of our labor. All right? Now, what I'm going to do, my guest has arrived, and we are going to transition and get them on. And my friends, we ask that you just stay locked in. Maybe something that you will learn and be appreciative to. So at this time, Dr. J.
WHPR TV is now on demand. Catch us when you want, how you want, where you want. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch your favorite TV shows on demand. And be sure to
download the WHPR app.
We're now on demand at your demand. WHPR TV Detroit on demand.com. A Watkins Broadcasting Company.
African Ease. We have an array of products to assist you in all your beauty or body needs. Do you want curly, soft, beautiful hair? Well, try our relaxer line, designed to leave your hair soft, silky, and full of body. Or would you like beautiful, straight, shiny, long-lasting hair? Well, try our Cherry or Extreme Hold Spritz with our Cream Shine. It's guaranteed to give you that look you want. How about dry, achy feet or legs that you can't seem to keep moisturized? Well, try our African Shea Butter Foot Lotion. We have many products to help you with all phases of your beauty and body needs. For a full list of all our products, please visit our website at www.aeasysilk.com or call us at 313-277-2319.
Watch WHPR and TV 33 when you want, where you want, how you want. WHPR is now in your pocket. Download our free app by going to the App Store or Google Play and enter WHPR TV in the search engine. And there we are. You can download WHPR TV or radio. You heard about it. Now come be a part of it. Roku Detroit worldwide. Approximately 8 million viewers.
Has age finally caught up with you? Do you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney disease? Well, look and feel younger today. We discovered a new product that promotes appearance and joint issues by the way of collagen, HA, and other super ingredients, without injections. This product will significantly improve joint mobility, help with high blood pressure, kidney disease, and diabetes. It'll also help your skin as well. Call us now at 706-319-0255 or 313-885-4321.
Lord, I'm just sitting here looking over my life, Lord. Let me take inventory. Can I take it? Can I take it? 'Cause I know you. I know you. I know you've been good to me, Lord.